The United States is in a full trade war mode, or depending on who you ask, a full trade deal mode. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, has launched what many are calling a trade negotiation blitz, finalizing verbal agreements with Japan, the Philippines, and Indonesia, all within just a few days. And it's not just about diplomacy, it's a deadline-driven dash. With August 1st looming, countries are now scrambling to cut deals and dodge Trump's planned reciprocal tariff hikes. In typical Trump fashion, he did not hold back to appreciate himself while cracking deals. We just finalized what could be the biggest trade agreement ever with Japan. This is what he said, calling it a deal that proves success only comes when everyone benefits. But does everyone benefit? Under the so-called deal, the US will still impose 15% tariff on Japanese goods and a 19% tariff on imports from Philippines. The narrative: if countries want to avoid even steeper tariffs, they need to offer concessions and fast. Let's start with Japan. They have agreed to give US companies greater access into their auto and agricultural sectors, both cornerstones of Japanese economy. They'll import more American rice, cars, and farm products and have pledged a $550 billion investment into the US economy. Trump says America will retain 90% of the gains from this deal. That's a bold claim. Then there is Philippines. Their end of bargain includes eliminating all tariffs on US goods. That means more American soybeans, wheat, and pharmaceuticals entering into Philippines markets. Meanwhile, Indonesia has reportedly agreed to a $3.2 billion order for Boeing aircraft, but specifics are still murky. And here's the twist. None of these agreements are signed. No official documents, no legal framework, no legislative approval. They're all verbal understandings, high on headlines and low on substance. Trump may be celebrating, but the fine print is missing. And so is the guarantee. And given his track record, where deals can be torn apart or reshaped overnight, it's unclear how much of this will actually hold. So where does India stand in all this? Despite 5 rounds of trade talks with the US, there is no deal on the horizon yet. The sticking point: Trump's push for access into the Indian agricultural market and the dairy market, sectors that are not just economically critical but politically and culturally sensitive for millions of Indian farmers. For Delhi, accepting these terms would mean upsetting a large portion of its population and potentially undermining its food security. So for now, India is holding back, and rightly so. Trump's current model appears one-sided. The US keeps some tariffs but demand full market access, investment, promises, and purchase of American goods in return. That's not free trade, that's leverage trade, and countries like India are cautious about walking into this trap. 3 countries, 3 big announcements, no signatures, no guarantees, just Trump's word. As August 1st approaches, global economies are rushing to protect themselves from these reciprocal tariffs that could shock the supply chains and disrupt trade flows. But the blueprint is clear. Trump is turning trade into a pressure game. And the big question remains: will countries like India play by Trump's rules or choose to walk away?
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.